Welcome back to the Focus Show. I'm your host, Edric Jones, and we got a special guest here today. The former, well, not former, he is the city councilman for the city of Newport News. Please welcome Marcellus Harris.
Thank you, sir. Pleasure to be here.
Thank you for coming.
No problem. And, Thanks for the invite.
What about to say? So let's start off with the first question, and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh man, well, born, raised here, Newport News. Was from the last graduating class of Ferguson High School, which was 1996. So a lot of y'all weren't born then.
Yeah.
And played football, basketball, did a little bit of track. Was good enough to get a scholarship to play wide receiver at East Carolina University, which is about 2.5 hours away from here.
Yeah.
Had a very, very brief NFL career, which lasted about 2 months for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Once that wrapped up, came back home to Newport News, went back to school, got my master's degree, and worked in education as a school counselor, head football coach, and found my way into politics here as serving the community.
Okay, that's a very unique journey. And before I get to the questions about you being a city councilman, your NFL journey, you said brief. It was very brief. Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit about it? Like, how was that football journey from going to Ferguson to East Carolina, then to the NFL?
All right. Well, I mean, I've played sports since I was 6 years old here in the city of Newport News. Had a lot of great teammates along the way from the time I started playing ball. Got guys I went to school with or played with, like David Macklin, who played a 10-year NFL career. He graduated from Minchfield. Played with a young man named Aaron Brooks, who graduated from Ferguson. As you may know, you go to Heritage, his jersey's up on the wall. Retired his jersey from Ferguson, and he played for the New Orleans Saints for a few years. And unique story about me, after Aaron graduated from Ferguson, I stepped in and played quarterback after him. And then I lost my position to a guy named Michael Vick, who ended up going to be the #1 draft pick the same year that I came out, because he left school early. And I was in Jacksonville, went through training camp and made it to the last cut. Tweaked my hamstring a little bit. And being that I wasn't a draft pick, I was a free agent. Yeah. Didn't get as many other chances as some of the other guys that got drafted.
But yeah, it's still a very unique story, and that's very appreciative that the fact that you were able to at least make it to the NFL. So a lot of people couldn't get the chance to do that.
I don't take that for granted at all.
Yeah, so let's start talking about you being a city councilman. So how did you being a city councilman become a part of your career?
Well, like I said, I was serving as a school counselor in the Denby area where I live. And we had always done, my family and I, we always done a lot of community work outside of the school building, doing mentorship programs, taking young people to college campuses, naval bases, just to get an idea of what their careers could look like. And then in the midst of doing that, my father, he was a long-time social advocate in the community. As I grew up watching what he did for the community, he was a pastor for 45 years at the church that he presided over. And he was also a local member of the SCLC, was the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, which is affiliate under the NAACP and led by Martin Luther King years ago. So he was a local president here, and just seeing the work that he did in the community and how he advocated for residents, those that felt that they were unheard, and followed his footsteps. He ran for office years ago, and I found myself running for office years after he did, even though I said as a child I would never do what he did, but his blood kind of rubbed off on me, and now I found myself in that position.
Okay, yeah, that's cool that really inspired you.
Right,
so,
right.
Like, what's going on with the center? Like, how did that start?
The center, the Safe Haven Empowerment Center. I've been in this position serving as the director there for the past 4 months now. The doors opened in December. Another NFL guy locally, graduated from Denby High School, Antoine Bethea. He was the founder of the center. It's an old boys and girls club in which he spent time there as a kid. The building had been vacant for a few years now, and he wanted to do something to give back to the community as well. And we kind of went back some of our work working together as my time at Denby High School, which is the school he graduated from. doing college tours with kids, going up to Howard University where he went to school, played, and in the HBCU Hall of Fame as
That's tough.
as from a graduate from Howard University. But he wanted to do something for this community, and found this as a location that he could do a lot of what he has already started out in all across the country, as he's been what you would call the Walter Payton Man of the Year candidate, which goes to NFL players that do a lot for the community that they serve. While he was in New York as a Giant member of the Giants, while he was in Indianapolis as a member of the Colts, while he was in Arizona as a member of the Cardinals, and doing that back home is what he had a heart for. And being some of the work that I've done in the community, we kind of partnered up and been able to do that at the center, where we have opportunities for young people to come in and do after-school enrichment programs. We have a food distribution program. We have a community closet where people can come in and get some nice items, whether it's shoes, clothes, hats, coats. We have all that at the center. We have computer labs for workforce development opportunities, and we have an e-gaming room that we are looking at jump starting, hopefully within the next couple months, because I know a lot of folks like the gaming portion, whether it's coding, whether it's there's playing the games, but there's a lot of different things that you could do along those lines with esports.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. Antoine Bethea, he's a legend.
Yeah,
not just in the NFL, but around here.
Definitely, yeah.
So, is there a specific age group for the center, or is this for all ages?
It's for all ages, but right now we don't have like a preschool type of training for people that can help, some of the work that goes in with preschoolers. So right now we cater too much to first graders to seniors in high school.
Okay. We're going to have more of Marcellus Harris right after commercial break, so stay tuned.
And welcome back to the Virginia High School 1600 meter state championship. As we get back to the action, we see Miles Monpoint is gaining on Antonio Boyd for the first place finish. Oh! Miles Monpoint just tripped Antonio Boyd.
But Trayvon is helping him up right now.
Trayvon is helping him up, as Trayvon just sacrificed his third place finish to help out Antonio Boyd.
Yeah, that right there is kindness and excellent sportsmanship right there by Trayvon.
Are you okay?
All right, welcome back to the Focus Show again. I'm your host, Edric Jones. Again, here with Marcellus Harris with us. And my next question is, what inspired you to do this project?
Which project?
The center.
The center? Yeah. Well, like I said, being able to talk with Antoine and see what his vision was for the community through the Safe Haven Center, Empowerment Center, it was a no-brainer, because another facet of it is a mental wellness program, which is a counseling center that's adjacent to what we do in the gym and our community space. So just being able to prioritize those that are in need of services. So once we kind of sit down and kind of formulated how it would look, how it would operate, and who it would serve, I mean, it was a no-brainer, because we know, especially in this day and age, people can use resources to help them, not just to live, but to strive for better.
Did any of your past opportunities or career trajectories kind of prepare you for this moment that you have right now?
Oh, yes. Everything going back to, like I said, seeing how my father was when he was interacting with those in need and those that felt unheard. And then also my time as a school counselor, working with families and providing services for those in need. Because as a school counselor, we just don't sit down in the room and have conversations, but you also go out in the community, find out what can help those in need to be successful in school.
Yeah. So was there any like setbacks with the projects, any hardships?
Some of the major hurdles we had to hop over was the delay in the building being open. It was supposed to get done a couple months earlier than December, which was the actual ribbon cutting, which we were able to get into the building. And that's just because of some logistical things that were happening in regards to once they were trying to redevelop the site, different issues came up that took a little bit longer. So those have been that was the hardest hurdles to overcome, just waiting for us to be able to get inside the building. But now that it's open, there's not a lot of challenges, I would say, as far as what we're looking at doing. It's just now making sure everybody's aware of what we're doing inside the building so they can come take advantage of what the resources are available for them.
Do you have any like favorite moments since the center being open?
Other than, yeah, I had a couple so far, even though it's only been a few months that we have been open. A couple of my favorite moments, because I love working with young people and just hearing that young people want to come to the center and instead of staying home and playing their video games or on their phone. That's been some special moments for us as we attempt to do the work to want to draw them over and just be a advocate for them and in some way be a bridge to help them get to where they want to go in life.
Yeah. So then my last question is there any future plans after the center?
Future plans that we do have, there is a pool on site. We're hoping to get, it's not open just yet. So what we're looking at doing is hopefully continuing to fundraise and be able to do all that we can to bring some stakeholders in to help us get that pool open because we think that'll be a very big amenity for those in the community because it's an indoor pool, nice indoor pool, the infrastructure I should say. But once it's redeveloped, we know that'll be something that's going to bring even more excitement to the facility. And then as we get into the spring, summertime, we have quite a few partnerships with basketball programs. One that we're excited about is we have former state champions, Woodside High School. They come out and do some training there. We're looking at having some of our coaches from Denby High School as well, which is where I coached for years. This being a way to train athletically to make our student athletes better. But as you heard, I use the word student. We're going to be doing some things academically to ensure that if they want to go to college to play basketball, football, run track, what have you, that we provide those that information needed for them to stay on track to be eligible for that next level.
Okay, the center sounds like it's going to be booming this spring.
That's what we're looking to do.
Summer, spring.
That's what we're looking to do. We're looking at to be a one-stop shop for those that are looking to go to a higher level in whatever they are seeking to go, wherever they're destined to do.
Okay. Well, again, I appreciate you coming for this interview. I'd like to thank the crew. And again, thank you again for showing up.
Thanks for having me.
And we're going to catch y'all for another time for the Focus Show. And again, I'm Edric Jones as your host, and we'll see you soon.